Welcome. Hello. Today we are in week 1 of 2 weeks on learning some jazz tunes together. The tunes I have planned to learn today are Always and Someone to Watch Over Me. So I will put the lead sheets, the sheet music in the chat. Let me know if you're here. You want to say hello in the chat and let me know that we've got piano working. There it is. I think I'll probably turn up the volume on that, maybe about here. Okay. Good. So, this first link I'm putting in the chat is for Always by Irving Berlin. I will sing and play a little bit of it, and then we will dive in and learn the melody together, talk about stylization. Yay! Wonderful. And is it loud enough? I have it about halfway up, so there's plenty of room to go louder if need be. So follow the link to that sheet music, and we see it's in the key of F. If that doesn't mean anything to you, don't worry about it. We'll be either up here starting on C5. Everything went wrong, and the whole day long I'd feel so blue. Low voices will be an octave lower. Everything went wrong, and the whole day long I'd feel so blue. Obviously, I won't be singing in that lower octave because that's out of my range. But hopefully, I know it feels a little bit high for high voices, but I want to catch as many singers and their comfortable range as possible. And for low voices, that should be doable for most low voices. We're starting again on C5 or C4. And then that makes the lowest pitch for low voices a C3. So let me figure out how to have the correct tabs. I've got sheet music in one and YouTube in the other. Okay, cool. I recognized your picture, Nick, so I know I knew it was you. um, you know, I think I changed my mind about where I want to start with this. I want to actually start on the chorus. So if you're there on the sheet music with me, go to just the second page and you'll see in the top left it says chorus. Okay, so we're starting where it goes, I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always. Okay, I'll give you the pitches, we'll play the chords, it'll be good. Anyways, meet me there. It's the second page of the PDF. It says, I think, page 3, but yeah, second page of the PDF. It says chorus, and the lyrics are, I'll be loving you always. So, high voices here. Low voices, you're one octave lower. So listen one more time and then join me. If you would like, you can sing this on just do 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 instead of jumping to the lyrics right away. If it feels like you just want to focus on one thing and you're not able to follow reading and learning the melody, no worries at all. Sing do 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 or la 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 la, whatever feels comfy and easy for you. So here we are. Listen one more time just to that first phrase. I'll be loving you always. Here it is on the piano for you. And you'll notice here that we are in 3/4 time, which means 3 quarter note beats per measure. In other words, we're counting to 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So as I'm counting you off, I'll give you 1, 2, 3, ready, and sing. Okay? Starting here or down there. And I'll go just a tad slower. I'll be loving you. 1, 2, 3, ready, and sing. I'll be loving you always. Okay, next line, or should we do that again? Let's do that one more time. I'll, or here. And again, it's very interestingly, I might note, do, 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 do. This is entirely pentatonic so far, and it doesn't feel pentatonic for some reason. Like it doesn't have a pentatonic feel to me, but it is. Anyways, okay, back to it. One more time and then we're moving on. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. I'll be. Next line. With a love that's true always. So it's similar but different. That's just stepwise, walking up the major scale. Listen once more. Try it now with a love that's true. So look at these two phrases because it's easy to, I think, mix them up. The first phrase has a little jump in it. I'll be love. I'll be love. The next phrase has only a step. With a love. With a love. So if you are a sheet music reader, you can see that on the sheet music. But if you're not, I could see how it would be pretty easy to swap those and confuse them. So let's put these two together. It will sound like this. You can sing with me or just listen. First two phrases go. I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always. Okay. I'll ready to try it? Let me see. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. So this next couple phrases or few phrases, that's going to be really fun. We have chromaticism. We have this ascending line. So chromaticism, we'll talk about it in a second. It's a huge part of singing jazz. So I'm glad that we'll get some experience with it. First two phrases. I'll, or down here. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. Okay, once more, just with the chords. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. I'll. Okay, the next phrase, when the things you've planned, that is just as before. I'll be loving you. So the first line and the third line, melodically exactly the same. The thing that comes next is going to be different. But let me check in with the chat very quickly to see if all is well. Hi, Elise. Good to see you. by the way, this is just a side note because I'm among friends. I had wisdom tooth surgery uh, a week and a couple days ago, so not this Friday, but the previous Friday. So if I sound a little bit garbled, that's why. If you're like, why is Camille pronouncing things a little bit differently? What's wrong? That's why I still have a little bit of swelling and stuff healing, but definitely better and back to singing. So pretty much good. Uh, anyways, just if you notice something weird. Okay, the next line here, and I want to make my screen a bit bigger so I can see this chromaticism really clearly. So we have when the things you've planned. Here's where it gets funky. It's like we've transported into the key of A for a second. Need a helping hand. So here it is. Try that. Need a helping hand. 1, 2, 3, ready and go. 1, 2, 3, sing again. Need a helping hand. So very interesting what happened there. It's like we have the same phrase, just transposed into a different key for a second. So we have when the things you planned. I'm going to play those back to back so you can hear. Okay, again, just get your ear used to hearing that. This is when the things you planned need a helping hand. You will also see on the sheet music here, you have sharp signs, or if you're not familiar with sharp signs, it looks like a hashtag. So, and I guess, also a natural sign. Yeah, because the B flat turned into a B natural. And then the C natural turned into a C sharp. All that to say, when you see anything like that, a sharp sign, a natural sign, a flat sign that looks kind of like a squished lowercase b, when you see that within a measure, we call that chromaticism. It means that those particular pitches don't necessarily or don't belong in the key overall. So if you were singing this, if you were sight reading this, or singing it on solfege or something like that, it might feel a little bit unnatural. But with the chords, it feels perfectly natural because this music has been written, to sound this way. So, example, when the things, when, am I right? Yeah? What should the chord be? Yeah. When the things you've planned need a helping hand. Because it's over an A major chord, sounds perfectly normal. Okay, let's try that now. When the things you've planned need a helping hand. Here you are, either here or here. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. When the things you've planned need a helping hand. Okay, next line. E7 is that? I will understand. What is that supposed to be? Sounds good. I guess it's supposed to just be that E7 with an add 2. Okay, this is I will understand. Again. Again. I will understand. Again. And if you're like, this is getting high, don't worry. It's coming back down. I will understand always, always. And then we're back in the key of F. Days will not be fair. Okay. Here's I will understand. And then that's kind of an interesting feel. Always, always. Okay, give that a try, those two alwayses. 1, 2, 3, ready, and sing. 1, 2, 3, ready, again. 1, 2, 3, last time. Always, always. So with this chromaticism, the transitions can feel ungrounded until you have those chords, and then you have something to hang on to. But if you want to be practicing this a cappella, meaning without accompaniment, that would be quite tricky, and I honestly don't recommend it. So have some support. Have, the song, the karaoke track, something that you can hang your hat on. Okay, are you ready? We're going to go back to When the Things You've Planned. I'm going to play it all so you can hear how kind of funky it sounds without the chords, but then how rooted it sounds with the chords. This is When the Things You've Planned. And then we're back to days may not be fair always. And okay, checking in with the live chat. Nick was saying something. What was Nick saying? Going well, not too familiar with the song itself, but comfortable with the lower octave. Perfect. Love to hear it. I'm sorry for high voices. If you're like, please don't make me sing higher than this. It's only going to be 1/2 step higher. But let's practice first. When the things you've planned. Okay, I'll sing with you and I'll play the chords this time. This is When the Things You Plan Need a Helping Hand, I Will Understand, always, always. 1, 2, 3, ready, and sing. When the things you've planned need a helping hand. Oh no! I can't see that chord because it's so tiny. It's an E7. Okay. Now it's in the brain. I will understand always, always. Okay, I might just have to memorize this. Give me another chance. I'll do it right this time. When 1, 2, 3, ready, and sing. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, days. And we haven't gone on to that yet. Let's back all the way to the beginning. I'll be loving you always. And I'm going to suggest, as I'm trying to also demonstrate here, that we not, if possible, when we have these sustains, that we spend at least a little bit of time with minimal vibrato. I'm very careful to say or to not say no vibrato. But when we're singing jazz, typically we're using vibrato as an effect. It's not an all the time thing. And let me demonstrate the difference for you so you can hear why that's important. Okay, so if I'm singing this, I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always. Okay, a little bit of vibrato to warm it up on the ends. But what happens if I just let my vibrato go willy-nilly all over the place? I'll be loving you always with a love that's true always. You might like it, but it doesn't feel as jazzy. It feels more musical theatery, more, yeah, even classical if that's where you're coming from stylistically. So I point this out just so that we don't have to unlearn that later, that we lay the foundation with, even as we're learning the melody, let's think of our vibrato as an effect that we'll add on, not something that is just ever present. But a caveat to that, if you are a newer singer and just getting a handle on releasing your vibrato, and particularly if you're a singer who has struggled to access your vibrato and it is coming naturally, then I don't want you to limit that. So if you're a more advanced singer who's like, yeah, I can do that, no problem. I want to sound more jazzy and less classical or musical theatery, then take that note that I just gave. But again, if you're a more beginning singer and it's too much for you to think about, or you're trying to get more vibrato, then please welcome your vibrato. We love it. We love vibrato. Okay. Finishing this out, we're almost done. Here's where it gets a little bit higher. Days may not be fair always. That you've sung already. So go ahead and sing it with these new lyrics on. Days, we're like halfway down the page. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. Days may not be fair always. Okay, is this D7? That's when I'll be there always. That's the highest it goes, is to the E flat. And this is also like the funkiest line to sing. So we'll go even slower. What is it? It's so funny how out of context it sounds like a vocal exercise. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Da, 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 da. It just sounds totally normal in that context over a D chord, but it feels and sounds really funky in the song because we're in the key of F. So then to sing this in F sharp feels super weird. Okay, I'm going to pause here to take a drink of water and see if there are any questions or concerns. Nope. Okay. Cool. Little water break. Good stuff. At the very least, that's helpful to know that, okay, just imagine you're in the key of D now. And then you just have this. That's when I'll be there always. This is also a really good time to just sing on do 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 do. It's way easier to sing on do 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 or lulu than to sing on that lyric. There. Okay. And let's see. C minor, G minor. Yeah. Okay. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. So pretty. Is that right? Okay. A G9. This is where we're going as I'm just reading. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. So pretty. Okay, let's do it. Let's sing that. Those last three, not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year. So we're lengthening the time. And this feels really intuitive as well. There it was in 2 octaves for you. Give it a try from not for just an hour. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. Good stuff. Okay, give it a try with chords. This is what you're going to hear. Not. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. Pause right here again. So we talked about the concept of vibrato as a stylistic effect. I want to talk right here about phrasing. As you're singing this song, like as we're learning it, it might feel a little bit robotic, a little bit stilted. Not for just an hour, not for just a day. We're singing the rhythm as written. When you go to sing this, though, you can feel it. You can slow down, speed up. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. So you don't need to sing the rhythm exactly as it's written on the page. That's a lot of the beauty and the expressiveness of jazz singing, is, your ability to make it your own. But as we learn it, you can stick with the written melody and, you do you. Here we are again. Not 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. Shall we go back to the very beginning, at least of the chorus? And then we'll do a different tune. If you have questions as we go along, please throw those in the chat. I'm checking periodically. And let us. Oh, okay. I think we're still good. all the way back to the beginning. I'll be loving you. And hopefully you'll feel kind of intuitively how the pieces fit together. But if there's any spots that you get stuck on or that you're like, ooh, I need a refresher on that, just make a mental note and I'll help as best I can. I'll play the chords for you and I'll kind of sing quietly. 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. I'll be loving you always with Okay, that felt a little bit like a whirlwind to put together, but that was it. Um, that was it. How'd it go? Nick said, Camille, I wanted to ask, as I know you found your passionate middle ground with jazz singing, are there any up and coming jazz singers you've been following that you recommend watching, even to study or observe their technique? Nick, no. The reason is because I am not looking for new music, to be honest, at this exact moment in my life. I'm not seeking out new music to listen to unless it is brought to me that is not children's music, because so much of my life right now is being with my children. So I'm really sorry to disappoint in that regard, but I am 100% open to suggestions, and you can hold my feet to the fire. I will seek new jazz singers out to listen to. The interesting thing is, it's like it it feels as if all of anyone studying jazz still goes back to kind of the greats, the jazz legends. Um, so if you're interested in studying jazz, I would still recommend starting there. But it would be really good to see how contemporary singers are doing their own thing and, reinventing the style. But yes, I am an expert in kids music. But at this point, I every now and then I'll like put on today's hits and I'll see like what are the kids listening to, and I I try to be current, but it's my 3-year-old and 1-year-old are not a big fan. They're yeah, tough critics. But Nick, thank you for that question, and I will maybe have a better answer for you next time. Okay, do we want another go at this, or should we jump into another tune? I think I'll give you another go regardless, because that was only one time all the way through. So let's do this, and then we'll jump into Someone to Watch Over Me. Do, 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 do. I think the odd spots are probably just the spots with either chromaticism or getting back into the key of F. Let me see if there is a way to... Nah, it's okay. We'll just make do. I'll 1, 2, 3, ready and sing. I'll be loving you. Hopefully, if there were some trouble spots the first time, maybe we did a little better with them the second time. It's always very fun to put a song together once you've, worked on it in pieces. Um, so I think the biggest note for this song in making it your own is to just be flexible with the timing. So the rhythm, the phrasing, um, feel free to make it your own. I actually studied this song in college, and there was I want to say Bobby Darin version of this. Be loving you. Uh, he did it in 4. So instead of a waltz feel, I'll be loving you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It was I'll be loving you always. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is very interesting. So your next steps for study, if you kind of liked this melody and thought it was pretty, you could look up other versions of it, go down a little rabbit hole. Now, this next tune I would love to sing with you, Someone to Watch Over Me. I don't, or at least I haven't run across that many different versions of it. It kind of feels as if Ella Fitzgerald did the version and everyone else is doing Ella's version. But to Nick's point, to Nick's question, I am super curious to know if there's, a unique kind of reimagining of this one. So this now is in the key of A flat. There's a saying old says that love is blind. And I'm going to probably skip the intro. I'll sing it for you, just in case you've never heard it. There's a saying old says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain lad I've had in mind. This part, by the way, it doesn't repeat. So it's just kind of the intro to the song. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair I cannot forget. Only man I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? And then we get into there's a somebody I'm longing to see. And that's probably the part of the song that you know. I hope that he turns out to be someone to watch over me. So I love this key. Low voices. This will be too low for like a true tenor, but hey, you can join me in my octave. So we are starting either on A flat 3 or A flat 2. And now we can talk about another super important aspect of jazz, just jazz, period, not just jazz vocals. And it's this concept of swung eighth notes. So if this was not jazz and we were reading this, we would go 1. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he. Okay? Didn't sound right. It didn't sound right because the eighth notes are not 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In other words, straight eighths. They are swung. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bum. There's a, I need to be in the right key. I know I lost it. 1. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he. So that, the swung eighths, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's our foundation. And on top of that, it's also pretty or can be fairly rubato, meaning the singer is taking their own timing with it. But as you're learning this, if you know what eighth notes sound like and you're like, that doesn't sound right, this is why. Usually when you're singing or playing jazz, it's not going to be notated differently. It'll just say at some, maybe it'll say swung eighths. Does it this say? I'm looking. I'm looking. No, it just says slow tempo. It doesn't say swung eighths, um, although they are. And I would expect it to say that perhaps because the beginning was kind of a more straight eighth note thing. Tell me, where is the shepherd for? Instead of, where is the shepherd for? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let me see if there are any questions before we keep a going. No questions. Let's keep going. So, key of A flat is probably A flat and D flat. Like jazz singers love those keys. We have there's a somebody I'm longing to see. Let's just slow down that ascending phrase. So pentatonic again. We've been in, pentatonic land. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. Give that a try. I could have counted you off, huh? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. It's there's a somebody I'm 2 and 3 and 4 and go. There's a somebody I'm cool. Next lines. Longing to see. I'm going to give you the next 3 lines all together because it's the same rhythmic pattern and it's just descending. So it's longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be. No surprises. So here it is from longing. 1 and 2 and 3 and go. And okay, put it together. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be. And by the way, I'm trying to refrain from adding kind of the fanciness, the bells and whistles, little turnarounds and things like that. Just trying to stick to the plain melody. Perhaps next time when we do jazz part 2, we'll get a little bit fancier. We can like review, add on to what we've learned and maybe do something new as well. I need though this. Did I even give you the sheet music? Oh my goodness. Forgetful me. So here's the sheet music for you. I've just been looking at it, keeping it to myself. But I am going to look up the chords. That's why I thought about it. Someone to watch over me. Chords, because unfortunately, the sheet music here doesn't have it. Okay, easy peasy. If you want the chords as well, This is what I'm looking at in addition. So, skip the verse, go to chorus. There's a somebody and sorry about that. Got a rogue pitch in there. I'll give you a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and go. There's a somebody okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and go. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be. Give me a moment. Okay, there we go. There are the chords. And then we'll add on that last phrase, someone who watch. A 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and go. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. Okay, next line goes going back and forth between now chords and lead sheet, but this is super, super simple. Flats. Someone who watch. Okay. Sheet music says to go. Someone who watch over me. Or me. I've never heard it like that. We'll hear someone who watch over me. You'll hear that little fanciness and the rhythm as well. You'll hear differently. We'll try not to be sticklers about it. If you follow the sheet music, fine. If you follow what's in your head of what you've heard, also fine. But here that is again. Or so the first version was what's written. The second version was more what Ella Fitzgerald does. Watch over me. Yeah, it's kind of like a little triplet feel. Here's the good news compared to the last tune that we did. This one, we already know the melody to the next chunk. So basically you've learned this whole page even though you've only learned half of it. So it's the same melody, just different words. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. Now, that's the Ella version. If we're reading the music, I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who watch over me. And then we're on to although he. So let's just sing it, just so you get a chance to put new words on the old melody. I'm a little lamb. This is halfway down the page, measure 35, it looks like. I'll give you a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and sing. I'm a little lamb, or however you're going to sing it. Let me get the chords. There we go. A 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and go. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the woods. Oh, sorry. Did we finish that out? I think so. Figuring out the timing. That's the only problem with a chord chart as opposed to a lead sheet, is that you kind of have to figure out the timing yourself. So, that F minor did not sound right to me, but hey, okay. I wonder what else that could be. Oh well, it's close enough. Let's go back from I'm a little lamb, and this time I won't stop when we get to the end. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a sing. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the woods. Okay, how are we doing? Checking in as we have just a couple minutes left. I think for the sake of time, we will pause the melody right here and just have some time for Q&A, or Q&R, I should say, question response instead of question answer. I listened to a podcast that they have Q&R instead of Q&A, and I thought that's wise. That is wise to talk about responses instead of answers, not presuming that we have the answers. So what happens after this, just in case you haven't heard this lovely, lovely song, and if you haven't, definitely look up Ella Fitzgerald's version of it, and you're welcome. You'll be listening to it for the next, I don't know, couple years. So after this whole business that we just learned, we have although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. It's actually not that much more to learn. I'm just realizing it's like very, very easy. So let's do it. As long as there aren't questions, I see no reason not to. Okay, here we go. So we have although he, and we have just sung over me. Although he, I know it doesn't sound that difficult, but people will sing that line differently, myself included. So I'm just establishing what is the melody supposed to be. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome. So here it is, may not be the. And again, it's going to be different, sung differently than that. May not be the man some girls think of as handsome. Moving on, we have to my heart he carry the key. just one little chromatic pitch there, the E natural. This is To My Heart. So if you step out of the key for just a moment, key is as written, Ella will sing key or something like that. So let's go from although he may not be the man some. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carry the key. And finishing this out just because we're so close to home, you already know the melody. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need. And then, so you've already done that melody. Someone to watch over me. A lot of versions don't even do that. Someone to watch over me. I like it though. Now I'm trying to think about what does Ella do? Oh man, I gotta listen again. Okay. Nick, John, Regan or Reagan. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. I haven't. Thank you. I will listen. I'll play him for my kids. You know what? My 1-year-old will probably love anything at all. She's like bopping to little Mozart books that we have. So it's the 3-year-old that's going to be more opinionated. But thank you so much for that. That's lovely, and I hope you guys have a fantastic time together. Nothing better than live music. Cool. I don't know how to say it, Regan or Reagan, but I'll look him up and I'll listen right now. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. It was good to be here with you. I will see you next time for a part 2 of this. We can revisit these 2 songs and we can also dive into some others. As a quick recap, if you do continue to practice these songs, the things we've discussed stylization wise are kind of limiting the vibrato, using it as an effect, making it your own rhythmically, playing with the phrasing. And we didn't do too much of adding little trills and things like that, but we can do that next time. We can talk a little bit about tone as well, but at least we've got you started with a couple important concepts and the melodies. And now, if you want homework, your homework can be listening to a few different versions of these songs, and compare and contrast. Just enjoy, try to mimic what you hear. It is up to you. All right. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate you. Bye bye.